The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring Derby weekend stakes action from Churchill Downs, including dominant performances in the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks. We begin with sprinters in the Grade 2 Churchill Downs Stakes. Sahara Sky, the 5-2 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
And now Delane is the leader. On the inside, Falling Skies, Central Banker is right there running in third. Here's Shaking It Up, rallying up on the far outside. Broadway Empire is trying to get back into it. Clearly now is circling up extreme outside with a run. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch after a 44 3/2 mile. They're into the stretch. Delane, Central Banker, Shaking It Up on the outside. Clearly now on the far outside is coming on. Broadway Empire, Sahara Sky never went on. Final furlong here. And it's Central Banker shaking it up. Clearly now on the far outside, shaking it up. And Central Banker head and head, nose and nose. Central Banker would not be denied.
10-1 Central Banker by Windstar Farm Stallion Spitestown holds off Shaking It Up by a head while getting 5 pounds from the runner-up. Corey Nakatani aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 121 flat. Central Banker snaps a 5-race losing streak, including a runner-up finish to Shaking It Up in the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes. In a seasonal debut, the Alstall Junior trainee finished 6th in the Grade 1 Carter Handicap. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by Windstar Farm and was a $200,000 Keeneland September yearling. Central Banker has earned $590,000 for Clarovich Stables and William H. Lawrence. Time for the Built Ford Tough Race of the Week, presented by Paul Miller Ford, built Ford Tough for over 60 years. It's the Grade 2 Ali Sheba Stakes. Champion Will Take Charge, the 3-5 favorite. Again, here's Larry Comas.
The pace not that fast here, 47 4 for the first half mile. And Moonshine Mullen is the leader by a half length. Appealing Tail is second, Golden Ticket is third. Then to the outside, it's Coin Broker. And they're followed by Braidster to the inside. My Loot will take charges at the rail. Gary Stevens really motivating him now. And he is not running at this stage. He's still about 6 lengths behind under a drive with work to do. In the meanwhile, Golden Ticket is taking the lead. Golden Ticket on the outside. Moonshine Mullen tries to hang in there at the rail. They're 3 lengths ahead of Coin Broker. My Loot is next. Will Take Charge never got going today. It is Golden Ticket. Golden Ticket has the lead at the 16th pole. Moonshine Mullen keeps on battling, though. Golden Ticket, Moonshine Mullen, and Calvin Burrell on the rail. And they came back to win.
Ex-claimer Moonshine Mullen fights back to defeat Golden Ticket by half a length. Calvin Burrell aboard in 142 4. The 4th consecutive victory for Moonshine Mullen, who was claimed by trainer Randy Morse on behalf of Randy Patterson for $40,000 at Remington Park last November. His last 3 wins came at Oaklawn Park. The 6-year-old horse by Albert the Great was bred in Kentucky by Dr. Russ Barron and Dick Johnson. Moonshine Mullen has earned $685,000. Sprinting fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Humana Distaff Stakes. Judy the Beauty at 6-5, a slight favorite over Midnight Lucky. Again, here's Larry Comas with the call.
Midnight Lucky, 3 furlongs to go. Runs a 45 flat half mile. She's got company now. Iotapa's going up there 3 wide. Judy the Beauty third between those two, being roused to go as Midnight Lucky turns it on at the top of the stretch. Midnight Lucky has opened up. Midnight Lucky's got a 3-length lead now. And then comes Judy the Beauty. Iotapa and Scherzinger on the far outside. Midnight Lucky's 4 in front. Midnight Lucky and Rosie Napravnik by themselves a 16th out. Midnight Lucky, an easy win in the Humana Distaff.
In her first start in nearly a year, 8-5 second choice Midnight Lucky, the front-running 4.5-length winner over Longshot Street Girl. The second Grade 1 victory of Derby weekend for Rosie Napravnik. 7 furlongs in 122 1. The Bob Baffert trainee had been sidelined since taking the Grade 1 Acorn Stakes 341 days earlier. The 4-year-old filly by Midnight Lute was bred in Kentucky by Dr. Chuck Kidder, John and Linda Griggs, and was a $220,000 Saratoga yearling. Midnight Lucky has earned $565,000 for Carl Watson, Mike Pegram, and Paul Whiteman. Fillies and mares going 2 turns in the Grade 1 La Tryon Stakes. On Fire Baby, the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
Into the turn they go. Devil's Cave and On Fire Baby continue to go at it. Now On Fire Baby is asked for more run on the outside of Devil's Cave as they round the far turn. Magic Union trying to come and get them. And then it's Unlimited Budget. Liberated has made progress on the outside, and Molly Morgan. They're coming to the top of the stretch. 3/4 went in 1:11-1. They're into the stretch, and it's Devil's Cave. On Fire Baby yet to get to her. These two now On Fire Baby dead even on the outside of Devil's Cave, and Molly Morgan is coming on the far outside. But it's On Fire Baby who has taken the lead. Devil's Cave has given way. Molly Morgan is on the far outside. On Fire Baby has it. On Fire Baby and Joe Johnson in the La Troyenne.
The favorite, On Fire Baby, takes it by 2 3/4 lengths over long shot Molly Morgan. Joe Johnson aboard in 1:43-2. On Fire Baby gets her first victory since taking the 2013 Apple Blossom Handicap. The Gary Hartledge trainee was coming off a second-place finish in this year's edition of the Grade 1 Apple Blossom. The 5-year-old mare by Smoke Glacken was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Anita Cawley. This victory puts On Fire Baby over the $1 million mark in career earnings. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
New at Ashford for 2014, Shanghai Bobby. Undefeated in 5 starts as a juvenile over 5 different distances. Brilliant in the hopeful.
Shanghai Bobby to win the hopeful, and he did it impressively.
Dominant in the Champagne.
Shanghai Bobby, the emphatic winner of the Champagne.
Heroic in the juvenile.
And Shanghai Bobby, a tenacious all-heart winner.
Shanghai Bobby, undefeated Eclipse Award winner by Harlan's Holiday. Standing at Ashford.
By 7, make that 8. Now you can just pick any number. It doesn't matter from here on in.
Bodie Meister is turning the Arkansas Derby into an absolute romp.
We knew he was brilliant in his win in the Arkansas Derby.
The half in 45-1.
And when they turned for home,
Bodie Meister is clear by 3 lengths now.
I was thinking, what kind of a horse is this?
A rewarding relationship begins at PBI Bank. When it comes to your money, you need it in the hands of people who understand you and your business. At PBI Bank, that's exactly what you get. We understand the unique needs of the equine industry and how important it is to the bluegrass. After all, we are a Kentucky-based bank, and PBI Bank has served its Kentucky communities for more than a century. Come visit our Lexington PBI Bank or visit us online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover beautiful Ocala, Marion County, horse capital of the world. I'm Valerie Daly. Let me show you all our area has to offer. Here are a few recent listings. Laurel Mead, Paradise Palms, Dudley Farm, and Marnick. Ocala, Marion County. Come for a visit, and you'll see why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Woodford Reserve Turf Classic just ahead in this segment. But first, the Grade 2 Churchill Distaff Turf Mile. Last year's winner, Center Court, the 7-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
And I'm Already Sexy keeps on rolling up front. I'm Already Sexy, a 3-length lead on Tapacat and Effie Trinket as they come toward the top of the stretch. Center Court still at the back of the field, hasn't fired yet. I'm Already Sexy being swallowed up on the lead now. Here's Dame Marie on the far outside up to grab the lead. Effie Trinket runs on Coffee Click through on the inside into the final furlong. And it's Dame Marie, Coffee Click coming up the fence. Center Court kicks it in late far outside, and Effie Trinket coming to the line. It is going to be Coffee Click up the rail with Javier Castellano to win.
5-1 Coffee Click rallies along the hedge to defeat Longshot Dame Marie by half a length. Javier Castellano, the winning jockey, in 134-3. Winner of the Grade 3 Celine Stakes at Woodbine a year ago, Coffee Click opened the current campaign by taking an optional claimer over the Gulfstream course. The 4-year-old filly by Medaglia d'Oro was bred in Kentucky by Mrs. Jerry Emmerman. Trained by Brian Lynch, Coffee Click has earned $200,000 for Emmerman Racing. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Two-time Horse of the Year Wise Dan, the 1-2 favorite to defend his title in the Grade 1 Woodford Reserve Turf Classic. Larry Comas picks up the call.
They make their way onto the back stretch where it is Bright Thought the leader by a length, Sky Ring second, Wise Dan now with clear running room in third, and he's just 2.5 lengths off the lead. Seek Again follows in fourth. On the far outside, Finnegan's Wake is fifth. He's 5 lengths off the lead. Then Kai Gun, Boisterous in between horses. Morrow Tap on the outside. Admiral Kitten and Guy's Reward rated at the back. A 48 flat half mile. They're moving for the far turn. And Wise Dan is edging up alongside of Bright Thought and Sky Ring. These two continue to race stride for stride. And Wise Dan still in hand on the outside of them. John Velasquez yet to let him loose. And he's just outside the leaders and they're into the stretch. And it's Wise Dan on the outside. Bright Thought along the rail. Sky Ring. Seek Again is closing through on the inside. Wise Dan's going to have to work for it. Seek Again is coming through at the rail. It's Wise Dan in front. Seek Again on the inside. Sticking with him. Wise Dan. Seek Again. The two of them come down to the line together. And it's Wise Dan. He just doesn't know how to get beat.
Odds-on favorite Wise Dan, the determined winner, by a head over Seek Again. The winner under a high weight of 124 pounds, and John Velasquez in 147-3. The two-time Horse of the Year records the 10th Grade 1 victory of his career and makes it 15 wins in his last 17 starts. The Charles Lopresti trainee is 13 of 14 during his career on turf, including a 4-for-4 record at Churchill Downs. The 7-year-old gelding by Wiseman's Ferry was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Morton Fink. Wise Dan has won 21 of 29 starts, and his bankroll stands at just over $6.8 million. Wise Dan paid $3 to win and is the Malone's Favorite of the Week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Jimmy Creed, the fastest Grade 1 son at stud by champion sire Distorted Humor, new for 2014.
Private Zone hanging on to the lead. The Lumber Guys under a hard ride from second. Baz Marty, and now here's Jimmy Creed. And Jimmy Creed, orange cap, one from the inside, unbridled note down the centre. Drill running on late, but it's Jimmy Creed with a 16th to go. And Jimmy Creed in a scintillating performance today. Jimmy Creed and Garrett Gomez take the Malibu stylishly.
Quillen has been providing quality leather goods worldwide since 1982. Our custom halters are handmade in the nation's largest halter shop right here in Paris, Kentucky. From checkbook covers, wallets, and a variety of gift items, or one of our famous handcrafted halter plate belts or work belt, all are hand finished in our leather shop. And for over 30 years, not a lot has changed in the way we do business and the quality of service and products you'll get at Quillen. Quillen Leather and Tack, South Main Street in Paris, or online at quillen.com.
Graded Stakes winner Trap Shot. Tactical speed with a devastating punch. Winner of 6 races by some 40 lengths, he defeated the winners of the Kentucky and Florida Derbies, win runner-up to a champion in the Grade 1 Haskell. And this unforgettable performance in the True North to win in 108 flat.
And Trap Shot is pouring it on.
Trap Shot, Tappett's best son at stud, stands at Claiborne Farm.
The Stallions of Shadwell Farm. Hall of Fame member, Inbasor, winner of the Dubai World Cup and Breeders' Cup Classic, now siring stakes horses. Classic winner, Jazzle, a stake sire from a great female family. Brilliant Miler, Dar, Grade 1 winner, and now a graded stakes sire. Albertus Maximus, winner of Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile and Don Handicap with outstanding early crops. Shadwell Farm.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Kentucky Oaks coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with the Grade 2 American Turf Stakes. Picosa, the 3-1 favorite. Larry Comas picks up the call.
They continue their way through a 47-4 half mile, and into the far turn they go. It is Craftsman and Storming Inti, and they continue to go at it, moving for the turn. Picosa, third to the outside of them. Quotient fourth, and down toward the inside. Then General Jack. Long on Value is moving up on the far outside with a wide run. Also gaining ground is Global View, who's within 4 lengths of the lead. Then Woodfield Springs, they're into the stretch. Storming Inti has taken over the lead on the outside, but plenty of competition coming. Quotient is there. On the far outside, Long on Value, and even farther out, Global View is coming on. General Jack behind them. Storming Inti, Global View on the outside coming. Storming Inti, Global View, they're going to hit it together. Global View and Gary Stevens in time.
Global View gets up to take it by a neck over Storming Inti for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Gary Stevens aboard in 141-3. Winner of the Grade 3 Generous Stakes to conclude his 2-year-old campaign, Global View gets his first victory of this season. The Tom Proctor trainee was a distant 7th in his last start, the off-the-turf Transylvania Stakes at Keeneland. The colt by Coolmore stallion Galileo out of a Stormcat mare was bred in Kentucky by Rayco and Michael Baum. Global View has earned nearly $275,000 for Glen Hill Farm. The regally bred colt was consigned by Man o' War Farm to the 2012 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Glen Hill Farm for $500,000. Grade 2 American Turf Stakes winner Global View, the Keeneland Sells graduate of the week. 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Kentucky Oaks. Untappable, the even money favorite, Larry Comas has the call.
They went 23-3 for the opening quarter mile, and Sugar Shock leads the way up the backstretch. With My Miss Sophia pressing the pace on the outside second. Thank You, Mary Lou is third. Untappable is just off the leader. She's 3 lengths behind at this stage. Then comes Ria Antonia to the outside of Unbridled Forever, while Aurelia's Bell rides the rail 5 lengths off the lead. And then it's back to Kiss Moon. Please Explain. Rosalind is moving up on the far outside. She's got 6 lengths to make up, and it's a long way back to Got Lucky as they round the far turn, and last of them all is Fashion Plate. 47-4 for a half mile. Around the far turn they go. And now there goes My Miss Sophia to the front, but Untappable is right at her neck on the outside. And these two turn for home together in the Kentucky Oaks. And Untappable and Rosie Napravnik have taken the lead. My Miss Sophia tries her best to stick with her, but Untappable is moving away. She's 3 lengths out in front of My Miss Sophia as they come down to the final 16th. It's Untappable. Untappable is well clear. She is unstoppable. She is uncatchable. She is untappable.
The heavy favorite Untappable rolls to a 4.5 length victory over My Miss Sophia, giving Rosie Napravnik her second victory in the Kentucky Oaks. Time of the race 1:48.3, a 1:08 brisk speed rating. Untappable is 3 for 3 at Churchill Downs, where she broke her maiden first asking at 2 and followed with a victory in the Grade 2 Pocahontas Stakes. The Steve Asmussen trainee is 3 for 3 this year after impressively winning a pair of graded stakes at Fairgrounds by a combined margin of 17+ lengths. The filly By Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Winchell Thoroughbreds. Untappable has earned nearly $1,125,000. Rosie Napravnik with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Coming up, Derby dreams do come true.
Share what you love about Florida.
Since 2000, runners by Pin Oak Stallions have won some of racing's most important stakes races and include Eclipse and Sovereign Award champions. Pin Oak is home to leading sire Broken Vow, sire of over 100 stakes horses, and Sky Classic. Pin Oak also stands young graded stakes winners Cowboy Cow and Alternation. Pin Oak Stud. Stake success is our goal.
Starship Truffles is gonna blitz him in the Grade 1 Princess Rooney. Judy the Beauty, second best.
And it is Moreno who's gonna win it wire to wire here and strides under the line as a much the best winner of the Dwyer.
Better Lucky would say at the spa. Better Lucky to take it by head on the line.
Horse of the Year Ghost Sapper, among the leaders by stakes winners again in 2013. Standing at Adena Springs.
Caleb's bossy stride right on by, and he's gonna romp in the dirt mile.
Get off the low, hold off Caleb Posse. It's gonna be a photo finish in the King's Bishop. That is Caleb Posse.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 140th running of the Kentucky Derby. 19 went postward with California Chrome, the 5-2 favorite. Here's the call by Larry Colmus.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby. A good start for California Chrome. He broke a bit outwardly. He'll be among the early leaders. Harry's Holiday fires out fast from the inside. There goes Cheetah, and California Chrome is right with them. Uncle Si, California Chrome, and Cheetah will set the pace in the Derby. And then it's Samrat running in third position, and then Vickers in trouble to the inside. Harry's Holiday is hard to control early, and moving up on the far outside of horses is Wildcat Red and Intense Holiday. Then it's Tapiture, Meadow Count, Vince Ramos, and Danza's guided down to the inside part of the track. Wicked Strong is next. Oh, Candy Boy had to steady hard on that turn. Then it's Dance with Fate, We Miss Artie to the inside. Between horses, General A-Rod, Commanding Curve, and Ride on Curlin, who was taken to the back by Calvin Burrell, will be last of them all. As they go to the back stretch, the pace is not fast. They went 47-1 for a half mile, and Uncle Si is the leader. Cheat 2 is second, and California Chrome is now just off of them. Victor Hasbinoza has him well in hand, running in third position, a length and a half off the lead. And then comes Samrat to the outside. Intense Holidays on the far outside, pretty close to the pace. Vickers in trouble, and Rosina Pravniker down at the rail. Then comes Danza and Tapiture. Now they make their way into the far turn, and it is Uncle Si the leader. Cheat 2 is alongside, and California Chrome is third, just outside the leaders. Samrat is right next to him. The four of them are together. Then Intense Holiday, Tapiture, Meadow Count, Danza's right there in contention. Dance with Fate is next, and they're coming to the top of the stretch, and California Chrome makes his move for the lead. It is California Chrome. On the outside, Samrat runs at him with the 8-pole. California Chrome is pulling away. California Chrome into the final furlong. He's got a 5-length lead on his competition. It is California Chrome in front. And from the back of the pack on the outside, Commanding Curve is taken second. But California Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby.
After opening up by 5 lengths, California Chrome coast home by a length and 3/4 over late closing long shot Commanding Curve. The second Derby victory for Victor Espinoza, time of the race 2:03.3. With Espinoza in the irons, California Chrome has won his last 5 starts by a combined margin of 26 lengths. He's the first Kentucky Derby starter for Art Sherman, who at the age of 77 becomes the oldest trainer of a Derby winner. Sherman was the exercise rider for 1955 Kentucky Derby hero Swaps. The first California-bred winner of the Derby since decidedly in 1962, the colt was bred by co-owners Stephen Coburn and Perry Martin, who reportedly turned down an offer of $6 million for 51% interest in the son of Lucky Pulpit out of a winless Not-for-Love mare. Coburn, who celebrated his 61st birthday Saturday, had a dream that the foal that Love the Chase was carrying would be a chestnut with a white blaze and 4 white socks and would win the Kentucky Derby. Derby dreams do come true. California Chrome has banked just over $2,552,000. We'll have the Grade 1 Men of War Stakes next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture.